Good evening, everyone. We begin tonight in Georgia, where the families of 4 people are grieving because their loved ones went to school this morning and they will never come home. This time, the gunman wasn't even a man at all, but a teenager with a firearm meant to kill in war zones.
14-year-old Colt Gray is accused of opening fire inside Appalachia High School this morning. The school is in Winder, Georgia, roughly 50 miles northeast of Atlanta. We know 2 teachers died and 2 students. We will have much more on this developing story coming up at 10:30. Meanwhile, artificial intelligence is one of the latest tools being used in schools to combat gun violence. And News 4's Trina Catterson takes a closer look at how this solution is being put into action locally. Trina.
Dave and Kelsey, Zero Eyes is an AI software that has the ability to detect guns on camera in a matter of seconds. Some local districts will now have this software running around the clock.
How do we take the security camera so that before the trigger is squeezed, we can actually get an alert of the gun and send it to first responders to get there before an incident breaks out?
After the Parkland shooting in 2018, a team of retired Navy SEALs started asking themselves that question. Some of them had children who were tired of preparing for somebody to walk into their school with a gun with the intent to kill.
So we asked the school, what are you doing with your security cameras? You have them outside, you have them inside, you already have them. And the answer was nothing. We use them forensically after the fact. If a car is stolen, we look backwards. If there's a mass shooting, hypothetically, we'll be looking at it after the fact.
So how exactly does the software work? There is an operating center that former military and law enforcement personnel are constantly watching. When the algorithm detects something that looks like a gun, live video feed is automatically shown. A person then verifies if there is a threat and hits a dispatch button that immediately notifies 911 and the client.
So in the real world, when a gun is exposed in front of a security camera, local law enforcement and school administration security will get that alert within 3 to 5 seconds. You get a still frame image with the shooter, the type of weapon system, the location of the shooter, and the time that the shooter was there.
The Zero Eyes software is currently in place at Grand Island schools and is making its way into schools in Niagara Falls and the Frontier School District. Sam Radford, board member of the National Parents Union, says if we have access to technology that can make schools safer, this should be implemented everywhere.
I think anything at this point to make sure our children come home alive, we have to be looking at it, we have to be investing in it.
We also asked Radford about the no-phone policy being implemented in several districts across the nation. Lackawanna Schools is one of them, looking to limit student distractions and improve mental health. Radford says in case of tragedies like what we saw in Georgia, parents will want their kids to have their cell phones in class.
Could you imagine being a parent in Georgia today and, you hear about a shooting and you don't know what's going on with your child? It's just, we got to come up with solutions that are better than just banning something.
Now, Lackawanna isn't the only school district to have a cell phone ban in place. Wellsville Central School District has a total ban of cell phones, and other districts, such as Niagara Falls, only allow phones to be kept in the lockers. Reporting in the studio, Trina Catterson, News 4.